What is going on, guys? I'm Dan aka Daniel's son. See, name tag says it. Just got off of work. We're gonna say I got off early. Yes, but I wanted to do this for a while. I wanted to talk about basically the upcoming Boruto manga series, and everybody hands down has to be loving the news that we're gonna get pretty much a Naruto Part 3. You know, we get to know more about Boruto. We get to see Sarada. We get to see Sasuke. Saku fans, we get to see more, hopefully, moments. So, and more Naruhito moments. Oh, yes. But what does this mean? Like, what are my overall thoughts? I did a little podcast for it, but I didn't really truly express what I thought might happen. And first of all, if you read the title, Boruto versus Sarada, could this happen? Could we see another play happen between like Naruto versus Sasuke? Now, this is going to be a little bit different since Boruto and Sada, I'm assuming, know a little bit now of Naruto and Sasuke's past and how they, especially with Boruto, the movie that came out, that Boruto knows that, yeah, Sasuke's the one that, his dad's the one that saved Sasuke and vice versa. So, very interesting if this a conflict could be presented where we have Boruto at one point having to fight Sarada or somebody kind of just like get swayed to the dark side of the force. Now that would just be a retread. That would be another, you know, another pretty much, yeah, a rehash of what Naruto did. But it would be cool. I want to be honest. I would be totally honest with you because the characters do feel a little bit different. Boruto, he's a little bit more bratty, of course, but we'll see him develop along the series. But Sarada is definitely a little bit different than Sasuke. She has more of a personality. She definitely says more in what's on her mind, like Sakura did. So that she as her own character, she's very, very interesting. So Boruto has come out on his time, kind of his own. He struggles just like Naruto, but he's not the same goofy, fun-loving Naruto like Naruto was. He is a different kind of. He's definitely a hard-headed kind of. I don't want to say bratty, but he is. He's kind of bratty in that way. So if anybody's gonna go a little bit towards the dark side and really have a hatred towards maybe his father, that would be Boruto. That's just how I see it. If there's a conflict that actually happens between these two, where at some point we see Boruto versus Sarada. Now, I would love to see that. I would love to see them fight. If not a kind of like revenge type fight or a battle of just like who's the best shinobi. I just want to see it. I want to see it happen. I want to see it play out, and I want to see new type of techniques. Now, listen, this is exciting. Boruto, the new taking over, Naruto Part 3, whatever you want to call it. This is very, very exciting because not only do you have, I love this idea. You have Uzumaki and you have Hyuga blood together. And not only that, we still don't really necessarily know if maybe a little bit of Chakra Kurama is seeping through Boruto. We don't know, but we saw the little special chapter, the one-shot chapter of Himawari. Kishimoto said he forgot to put Byakugan, but I was like, maybe he'll put it in later. There we go. Himawari awakens Byakugan. Imagine Boruto waking Byakugan, but maybe not even Byakugan. Maybe he awakes a little bit of Kurama's chakra. That would be insane, man. That'd be pretty damn crazy. But I also looking forward to seeing Himawari. Now, Himawari in that one shot, I would love for her to surpass her brother. I think it'd be something new. I think it'd be something unexpected. And the way she handled business against Boruto from stealing her bear, I would absolutely be hands down on board if Himawari is able to surpass Boruto. But this is Boruto series, and what I want out of the series is definitely a little bit more difference that we got in Boruto, especially an evolution, definitely something. Um, let's just him being able to move on from Boruto the movie, just really to develop a lot more because at this point Boruto is definitely having his own series, him being maybe the main character. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not really that fond of Boruto, but not like Sarada. I really did like Sarada. But I want to see them really push, have him developed where he's very likable and he's very, when they present him, he has maybe badass techniques. I want Boruto to come out on his own, which he has a little bit, but I want something a little bit more unique to Boruto than what we've seen. So but going back to Boruto versus Sarada, do I think this may happen? I see it's a tempting choice for the writer, for the direction. It's a very tempted choice to somewhere down the line have these two fight, and I think they will fight. I mean, I want to see these two go one on one and see where their strengths lie, and I think Sarada's going to get a lot of panel time. I think she's going to get a lot of development as well because Uchiha, she's an Uchiha, and everybody loves Uchiha, and it would be very interesting too if we get a resurrection jutsu where we see Boruto meet Neji. That would be amazing. Like, imagine people freak the fuck out if Boruto was able to meet Neji. I would freak out. I would freak out. I would freak out. But imagine even Sarada meeting Itachi. I think it'd be a little bit too much. I mean, Itachi has come back left and right, but it'd be crazy as well. So, I mean, they could present that as well. So, there's a lot of things you could do with this manga. There's a lot of things you could do with this story. I just don't. I just don't see. I don't see them going definitely rehashing the same shit that we saw in Naruto. I want to see definitely something unique, different, and I want to see Boruto really come out on his own. But then we have the other kids. We have Shikamaru and Tamari's kid. I can't Shida or Shada or something like that. Looks just like just like Shikamaru. Honestly, looks like, and Sai and Ino's kid. My God, like that is a freaky looking fucking kid. I'm sorry, that's a freaking looking kid. That's like Signs looking kid. You know what I mean? Signs. You know that movie Signs? That's what that fucker kind of looks like, or something. He looks possessed. All right, he looks possessed. But it's gonna be very interesting to see the other characters how they go, and I want to see that handled better because Kishimoto was known for not really handling his secondary characters very well. Look at Tenten. Look at Tenten. Tenten got fucked over. Like she was. Why would you make Tenten if she did jack shit in the whole series? It was great when she did had a little series, but overall, like Tenten didn't do shit, and you could see that Kishimoto did kind of drop the ball on the secondary characters. I think he did a fantastic job with Hinata, of course. I've said that 1,000 times. I think how he did Sakura. Listen, I don't even love Sakura. I really dislike Sakura, but I'm not gonna hate on her. I'm not gonna bag on her. A lot of people like her, that is fine. But the way Kishimoto handled Sakura was absolutely, I thought it was terrible. I thought her character was terrible. I thought she was annoying. I thought when Sasuke said, "You're annoying," like, yeah, you're fucking annoying, Sakura. Especially the decisions he makes towards the second half of Naruto, Naruto shipping in. It's just, oh my God, she was just such an annoying character. But I think Naruto Gaiden really kind of showed me something different. I like mature Sakura more than I like younger Sakura. Mature Sakura actually was decent, and I thought she was a great mom. I thought, she was holding down the fort. When Sasuke was off doing his thing, she held down the fort. Of course, like we all knew that, but she was a great mother. She still, I think she's crazy. Yes, she's crazy, but you know what? I think the mature Sakura, I did kind of enjoy the mature Sakura, other than the younger Sakura, and it's going to be very interesting how her character plays with Sasuke. So that leads to the other question, like how much of the original cast, how much of the original players, how much of the original characters of Naruto are going to be heavily involved. Now we know Naruto is going to be heavily involved because he's Hokage. We know Sasuke is going to be heavily involved because that makes sales, and that's probably going to be Boruto's teacher. This is where I want to get into. I want to see more of that develop, especially I didn't get enough of it in the film. I want to see more of Boruto learning from Sasuke, and maybe having the same traits and abilities as Sasuke. We saw in the film that he used a device to in order to use a lot of the different elements, go avatar on everybody's ass. But I would love to see Boruto and Sasuke really develop a Naruto and Jiraiya kind of relationship. Of course, Sasuke, or even a Sasuke and Kakashi relationship. Well, I would think it'd be more Naruto and Jiraiya. So it'd be like Naruto and Kakashi kind of relationship if you think about it. So I want to see that develop even more. And what would be a crazy little twist if Sarada is actually trained by Naruto. I would love that as well. I mean, Sarada trained Naruto training in Uchiha. Naruto training in Uchiha. You would think Sasuke would have to do that, right? You would think Sasuke is the one that has to teach Sarada in the ways of, using her powers. And I think he will. He will, of course, because, she has Sharingan. Um, but like to learn, this is a different manga, so there should be different techniques. There should be different kind of strides to go with. So I think Naruto would get that out of Sarada. I think he would teach her a little something different, something new. And what if she had the wind element? Oh my god, if she had the wind element, whoo. But I think she demonstrated that she does have the fire element, so to speak. Well, all Uchihas do. So absolutely want to see a storyline go that way, where maybe the two teachers are Sasuke and Naruto. It is a little bit hard though, because Naruto is constantly busy. That's why we've seen a lot of that's why Boruto was so frustrated, was because, even Naruto kind of wasn't there for his Himawari's birthday. And that's another thing I want to see. I'm going to be perfectly honest. I'm a Naruhina fan. I want to see where Naruhina goes from here, because it's all been bliss. It's all been wonderful. It's all been a delight. But we did see one of the bubbles in Naruto, the last Naruto, the movie. And I look, you see all the bubbles, you see all the past, and you see the present, so to speak, older Naruto. And you see really older Naruto and Hinata. And it's a little bubble, but you see them holding hands, and it looks like they're much older. And that's like, is that a glimpse to the future? Because I always felt like, for me, one of those characters are gonna die. I don't know if they're gonna go that way. I don't think they will go that way with Naruto or Hinata dying at the end of the Boruto series. I just don't think it's gonna happen. But it would have been like crazy if it did happen. I always figured that Hinata would be the one to bite the dust, maybe saving Boruto or something like that. But we almost did have that happen. We almost had Hinata go after Naruto, and Naruto almost sacrificing himself for the village again in Boruto the movie. But absolutely want to see where the development go, or the relationship takes off. I want to see Hinata as a mother. I want to see more of her as a mother. I mean, she is her clan. What's the deal with her clan? Who took over? It's apparently, it doesn't seem like her. Was it Hanabi? What is it? What's going on? What's the relationship between her father and the kids? Like, I think Brago brought it up where I wish he was here. I think I would challenge him on this a little bit, where he said that that Uchiha, it's all about Uchi, or it's not necessarily like those words. Don't quote me on this. It's basically he definitely had a reasoning about it. Of Uchiha is what sells, or Sharingan is what sells. Byakugan, everybody who screams for Byakugan, Hyuga clan kind of arcs, that doesn't sell. Sharingan, Uchiha sell. Great point, very great point. However, yes, it sells, but so does something new sell. Things that are new sell. Things that are interesting sell. One Punch Man sells because it is a little bit interesting, a little bit newer, a little bit. It's not like story wise, but a lot of things are kind of somewhat interesting and different kind of battles, and it could be repetitive, but it's not. A lot of people still enjoy it. Attack on Titan, very new, very fresh. That sells, and I think for Boruto, people don't want the same shit. They want something new. And that's something, this is a series that you could take chances on. And I think the Hyuga us finding out a little bit more about the Hyuga, even though we've gotten a little bit over the years, it just wasn't handled very right. Kaguya wasn't handled very right. So I think I want a Hyuga arc. I want a full legit Hyuga arc. I want a full legit Hyuga baddie. And you could say we've had that, but it just never felt like it just never met expectations with the baddies of Hyuga. It didn't feel like that. It just didn't feel like a main legendary Hyuga that's from the past, because they are one of the best. They're hands down. They're Konoha least strongest clan, the Hyuga clan. So I would love, even though yes, Uchiha and Sharingan sell, and they're definitely going to have that in the Boruto manga. I would love to see if they're going to take it a little bit new, and if they want to just keep on keep on riding the ride and really bring people into this, more people into this, newer people into this, and compete with other greatness that are out there. Of course, compete with One Piece. I think you need to introduce definitely new things. You definitely need, I would love to see a Hyuga arc, a full legit Hyuga arc, but I would love to see something new and very crazy. And that's another subject we could get into. Listen, Konoha, the village is embracing technology. Now, I haven't seen this since really Avatar, The Legend of Korra. They did the same thing, so to speak. They did introduce a lot of different technology mixed with, of course, the surroundings, like Inuyasha kind of surroundings, so to speak. But they moved forward. So with Boruto the coming, we saw a little bit of that in Boruto the movie, which I absolutely loved. I thought great. They're giving us something a little bit newer. They're really introducing this technology wise, and you could totally just face plant on this shit if you don't do it right. And I thought they did it right in Boruto the movie. Of course, I felt a little rushed with it, especially with the guy who gave Boruto all the device where he could use all the elements. But it's going to be interesting when Boruto the series begins, where they take that a step further, where they go with this shit. I want to see where they go with the technology. I want to see, because Avatar Legend of Korra, they kind of dropped the ball on that shit. They kind of dropped the ball on it. They did some good things about it, but then they did some really bad things about it. So it's a very hard concept to get to just incorporate technology with a Konoha village, and just incorporate the two and make it seem very interesting and do it justice and really execute it right. And I don't know if they're going to be able to do that. Introducing the technology aspect, I think Kishimoto's like, oh, I'm never going to do this shit again. All right, let's put some technology in there. Naruto, you get a fucking laptop. Sasuke, you have a laptop and you have a phone, but you're never going to call your family. So just kidding. But yeah, it's going to be very interesting where they take that. So going back to the old characters as well, we have the previous Hokages. Like, this is what's crazy about this. The reason I read Naruto, of course, was Naruhina, Sasuke. I want to see what happened to Sasuke and Naruto. I continue. Well, I love Naruto. Okay, but I wanted to see how Kishimoto was going to do the whole everybody's going to understand each other, peace, Jiraiya's dream of everybody understanding each other. That shit did not work. That shit's not. If you watch the movies and if you've seen, after Gaiden and all that, that shit did not work. Okay, everybody does not understand each other. There is not peace. There's constant fighting still. So I don't know if Kishimoto's like, fuck, I should have probably never put that in there. Or overall, just like they're saying, fuck it, just sweep it under the rug. Maybe we'll find peace at the end of Boruto, the manga series. So is Boruto going to be the one to find peace? Is he going to be the one to fulfill the sort of prophecy? Because it doesn't fucking seem like Naruto has. It doesn't seem like Naruto has. Just saying. I'm just saying. And that's the other thing. This series needs some villains. Madara is gone. Are they going to bring his ass back? Maybe. Don't know. Kaguya? Maybe. Don't know. We know who's back. Orochimaru. And we know he has a kid, Mitsuki. That is the interesting thing about this manga. What the fuck who did Orochimaru bang to get Mitsuki? I'm pretty sure he didn't bang. I'm pretty sure he didn't bang anybody. I'm pretty sure he didn't get none. I'm pretty sure Mitsuki is a lab experiment And there you go. Pop goes the weasel. So I'm just saying. Or maybe he gave birth himself. Maybe he did the whole twins thing, the whole Arnold thing. It's not a tumor. Maybe he did that. I'm not sure. Whatever. But that's the most interesting aspect to it. And Mitsuki is on the new Team 7. I guess his new Team 7. He's with Sarada and he's with Boruto. So this character, Mitsuki, is interesting. We did not get enough. We did not get enough of him in Boruto the movie. We haven't even scratched the surface with this character in the film. So now that we have a manga series, Boruto manga series, and now we get to flesh out and get to know all these different characters, Mitsuki is the one. I think we're all ready to really finally figure like what happened, how did Orochimaru fucking give birth to you, whatever. What this is the character. This is the character. So very interesting character. Very interesting where they take this character. His abilities is like Mr. Fantastic. So like from Fantastic Four. So that's an interesting aspect in it as itself. Revealing who his father was great. So we'll see. We'll definitely see. I am very thrilled of just what they could do. What they could do with this, especially with Orochimaru. Is he going to be a big bad villain again? Is Sasuke put him in his place? We did see them we see them chummy when Gaiden and Sarada and all that, and Keren and Sugitsu. Like we saw them fine. They're all fine. No beef, nothing. It was all clear, nothing. Which is kind of crazy. Orochimaru should have they should have killed that motherfucker a long time ago. But so to finish this off, because I've been going on a little bit too long. Listen, I want to see villains. I think Boruto, yes, you can have a lot of aspects could work. You can have a Hyuga, you can have Boruto coming out on his own, Sarada. You can have the original characters come back and really do something with the series. But I think the series doesn't work if you don't have villains. If you don't have villains, then your series does not work, or your series is just not as good as this manga that are already out there. So I'm hoping, I'm wishing, I'm praying that we have legitimate, strong, show no mercy, pain like in a pain arc instead of talk no jutsu on his ass. We see legitimate badass villains and a legitimate reason of how to defeat these villains. We haven't gotten it in the films. Boruto the movie, not a very good villain in my opinion. Same with the last Naruto the movie. The villains have been struggling, but this is the time to let loose and create a real son of a bitch. I'm just saying. Or it could be a woman. I had so much expectations for Kaguya. I was very excited when she was introduced, but Kishimoto really dropped the ball in Kaguya's character, I believe, as well. So give me a villain and I don't care if you have this villain last half of the series or even less than the series. Just give me a villain that I could definitely be invested in and who's just more wicked and crazier than we've seen in the Naruto universe, because technically this is Naruto expanding and this is the same universe. So give me something that could take on Naruto Sasuke at the same time, but beat them to a pulp, or take on Konoha Village and just destroy it like Pain, but destroy everybody who's in there. I want a bloodthirsty villain. I want a bloodthirsty villain. I don't want a Uchiha. I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. I don't want Uchiha. And honestly, I do want a Hyuga arc, but I'm fine without the Hyuga arc. I'm fine without a Hyuga villain. If you give me a villain I have not seen before, maybe a villain that something to do with the tails. Not sure, but maybe they could do something with that. So I want to thank you guys for listening. I know I talked a lot. I'm very excited for the Boruto the manga series. Of course, there's a lot of things that could happen in there. In here, Boruto versus Sarada at one point, villains, arcs, characters, bringing back old characters. Things could happen and move along very fantastically for this new series, and it could be a contender if they do something bold and courageous and really just don't use the same formula as Naruto and really be something different. And I think that's exactly what the goal is for this series, hopefully. So I'm Dan American Daniel's son. I would really appreciate if you hit that subscribe button. It's really easy. Just go to that subscribe button, just bam, boom, boom. And like the video if you like it, and comment below. Love to hear you guys' thoughts on everything I said and what your thoughts on overall of the Boruto series. So I'm Dan American Daniel's son, and you guys have a great one. I am